questions throughout the evening, then feel free to write your questions on the blue cards that are located in the back of the room and place them in the glass box. We will start out tonight's special meeting, with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. The flag. Place your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will begin tonight with the roll call of the committee members here. Capricia Vallecillo, here. Marlene Fonseca. Jose Aguilar. We are now moving on to item number 3, which is the candidate forum. I would like to take a moment just to explain the rules and the format of the candidate forum. The first is that this candidate forum is meant to inform and to engage community members. Therefore, we will allow members of the community to ask questions. They will not be asking these questions directly, but rather the questions will be submitted in writing. The committee will then review the questions to ensure that they are appropriate and are not redundant, and to make sure that they are intended for the purpose of informing and engaging the committee rather than some other purpose. Okay, we will have this question and answer period following brief presentations by each candidate. We will permit each candidate to speak on the topic of their choosing, to give a brief presentation, and following that we will have the question and answer period. Each candidate will be given equal time to answer the questions. After we have the round of the questions, then we will allow each candidate 1 minute rebuttal. So to start off, we're going to start off with a brief presentation by each candidate. Is there a preference? A candidate that would like to go first? No? Okay. Okay, we'll start with Mr. Kaiser.
Good evening. My name is Bennett Kaiser. I'm currently the board member representing District Number 5 on the LA School Board. I'm just about finishing my first term. It's a treat to be here tonight with LA 32 Neighborhood Council. In 1999, when there was a commission, an elected commission that I was a member of, to rewrite the Constitution from the City of Los Angeles, I was proud to represent the 13th City Council District on that elected commission. And along with Janice Hahn and Charlie Mims, was there to rewrite and add neighborhood councils to the city charter. It was a big fight at first, but ultimately we prevailed and the voters agreed with us. So that's why we have neighborhood councils to get a budget from the city now. I have 20 years of experience in education, 14 of them as a classroom teacher with LA Unified. I taught 7th grade science and health at Washington Irving Middle School and Thomas Starr King Middle School. I'm familiar with overcrowded classes. When I was at Irving Middle School, I had 184 12-year-olds come through my classroom each day. It took a lot of energy, but it's kept me young. So it turned out to be a good thing. It's especially a good thing to see the rewards of being a teacher, particularly of middle school kids, because now as I shop in my neighborhood, go to the movies, kids come up to me, some of them not kids anymore, but they come up and they say, "Hi, Mr. Kaiser, we really enjoyed your class. You know, I was your student 9 or 10 years ago," and that's great. I have, for my priorities, if I'm reelected, I want to see class size reduction as the main issue. As I said, my experience with overcrowded classrooms tells me that now that I'm in a position to have an effect on the budget toward that end, particularly the new, differently constituted Board of Education, I think that we'll have a good opportunity to get class sizes reduced, even if in a targeted way. I also want to see more classes offered and brought back, particularly in the arts, and particularly with early childhood education and adult education. Those are programs that have been seriously diminished. I was listening to the radio on the way over here this evening and heard the article about the musical instruments being left in disrepair at the district. I thought we were on the track to get that corrected, but apparently there's still a lot of problems with that, thereby holding up kids from getting an education in music and other fine arts. Lastly, I think the third priority is that we have employees, teachers, administrators, cafeteria workers, bus drivers, down the line, who haven't had raises in 7 or 8 years. It's time for them to get a pay increase so that we can keep the best and brightest workers and have a great education for our kids. I don't know how much longer I have. I don't see it kind of.
I was giving them 10 minutes apiece.
10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
If you would like to cut that down, that's quite fine. I like to keep it short and sweet, but I didn't want to limit you.
Until I need it later.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate that wonderful introduction. Our next candidate.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for having us. My name is Beth Rodriguez, and I am a lifelong resident of Northeast Los Angeles. I grew up in Cypress Park and currently live in Glassell Park. I come to this work after 20 years of experience, with 20 years of experience as a classroom teacher, as a school administrator, assistant principal, a principal. I started a school in our community because back then when I first started school, kids were dropping out at a rate of 60%, and those kids were predominantly low-income Latino kids. And so I wanted to do something for them, and so I started a middle school. And over time, that one school grew over to 15 schools serving predominantly Latino kids in Los Angeles. These kids are now in colleges all over this country.